Yeah, it is Marvel Contest of Champions news time. I decided to reintroduce the intro. If you were in my live stream last night, it was one of these things where it came up and people said they missed the old intro, so I decided to put the old intro in. It may be for one time only, maybe limited edition, I don't know, but we'll see. Whatever. There's Marvel Contest of Champions news. Of course, there's probably about 9 stories, which is good in some ways. A lot of them are complaints, but that's the thing with the game. Sometimes you have a spell of good times and then you have a spell of complaints and bad times. So without further ado, let's jump into the news stories. Our first news story sees us delve into the deeps of Marvel Insider. As you can see here, there are 2 new things in the reward section featuring Mr. Omega Red and of course the typical little kind of crystally bundly questy doodah thing that you can get by grinding out the points. And obviously there are activities, as you can see here and here. Your exits are here, here and here. Our next story, one of the more cooler things to announce is that there are name changes. So for a little small fee you can actually change your name. Now for me it didn't really seem that this was a logical thing, that it was easy to access. People were saying that you've been able to change your name for a while. I certainly haven't seen it to change your name, but still it's cool that it's more easier to do nowadays. Don't mind me, I'm just changing my name to Brian Grant's Oily Codpiece. But in all seriousness, this comes along with some changes that have been in the past. As we know, there are a few issues with name changes which did obscure who was the person that was playing the old Alliance have all the same name kind of debacle, if you remember that story from a while ago. And it is in some ways a positive move. Maybe the question is, Rich, will you be changing your name? And it's like, not on your Nelly. The RichTheMan gamer tag is something that I introduced for myself in other games for a while, and it will be the case. I'll run it in a lot of other games in the future. Unless I'm feeling like I'm quite funny and want to do stuff, like my game center name being Groot Scott Wood, and before it used to be Thor's Mighty Dong. So yeah, will I be introducing that into my game name? No, not on your Nelly. But I have had fun with some ideas. And watch at the end of the video for a little surprise on the jokes and gags of names that didn't make the cut. Our next story is all about danger rooms. I know it's like I got into the danger zone, as I sang in a previous news video, but danger rooms have met a little bit of criticism, especially on day 1 with Taskmaster. So when it was put in, people found that not the kind of final epic version, but the master version was a little bit trickier. Having 2 stars going against a 3-star version, that was a bit of a nuisance. I myself love spamming a Hulk with a stun. Ah, that was beautiful. And that's what I did. I think I did it with about 1 minute to spare before the event finished, because I was late with some shears as per my life at the moment. But I did manage to get it done, but did find Hulk was a good asset. We've got Deadpool X-Force on at the moment. Haven't really kind of tried out that, but I can imagine it's going to be a pretty self-explanatory and kind of good thing. We've got Mystics up against them. And again, not the end of the world. If you are struggling, then it's important to use certain champions that are going to be helpful. Granted, not everybody's going to have 99 2-starred or even 3-starred versions of the certain champions that would be of Mystic. But I'm sure you'll be able to kind of utilize just don't parry if you're finding that you're taking too much damage, and work on your intercepts. That will be the key word today. Work on intercepts if you want to preserve your health, but at the same time, Mystic champions that pack a lot of punch, like your Magics, like your Scarlet Witches, maybe a little bit offhand for you. Next up is Zero Gate. What the hell? Where did this come about? Zeros. Why? And they haven't even rolled it out completely. I don't know, I just don't get it. Don't get it. As you can see here in this image, 0%. It's a that. It's no cross in it. What's the deal with that? Well, Kabam, I don't think have 100% rolled this out to everything with statistics with a 0 with a cross down it. And it is one of these kind of standard things, especially when you're doing banking things. You put the 0 and then you put the line through it in order to denote it being a 0. More of a universal thing than it is in one separate country. But the point remains, Kabam have not 100% rolled this out. And it's 100% with 2 zeros and lines through. And that is largely in the fighting mechanic. So if you're fighting off against a champion, you'll find zeros actually are like that. That there, like that. There's no cross in between them. Will that be rolled out in the future? I don't know, but it looks pretty weird in most cases. To begin with, I was like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. I can, and then I was like, I'm not too sure about this. I don't like this. And now I'm going like, well, if they're not going to change it, I guess we'll have to deal with it. And that's the whole thing about adapt and survive. It's just a thing. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section below, or go to the forum. Do you like the zeros as they have just been entered, or do you want the previous ones, the ones that look like proper zeros? Your thoughts. Next up, and let's talk about Frosty Knickers, Emma Frost. Silver Tits McGee, as she's referred to in some of the comic books, and people's thoughts around her being introduced into the game in the last 24 hours. As you might be aware, last month was a month where we had Adaptoid and we had Red Skull, two champions that frustrated the hell out of the community. And this month is no exception to that, with the introduction even of Emma Frost, a frustrating mutant class champion that is, well, you know, a bit difficult, a bit frustrating, but there are ways around the champion. One thing I always say as a point of advice, if you are struggling with uncollected and you're, wasting a lot of revives, a lot of units, then don't. Stop. Go to the heroic, do master, then go back into uncollected. You've found and got a load of pots, you've also collected some units potentially, and then you've gone back into it, knowing how the champion works. Or watch some videos of people getting wrecked by that champion. But the main thing to really say is your own experience will be your own. How you fight against the champion is another thing. Whether or not you're looking to power lock the champion using champions like Psylocke, like Magic. Are you looking to do armor breaks in shape and fact of Medusa, standard OG Thor? Your options are there. There are so many different champions to use, and I'm sure you'll come up with a good idea. But I do say to go and do heroic, do master, understand the champion, then go and do uncollected, because then you've got the knowledge. You fought her firsthand. Because you can watch a video, but your own experience is your own. You have to understand the inverted controls. Maybe go back to Thanos fights back in April, May time, and go, hey, did I learn anything from the inverted side of things? Yes, no, maybe. But then go into the fight. Think more, plan out your champions you want to have, and smash the enemy. I've also put a link in the description to this post here, which lists a lot of champions that people have used against Emma Frost, and it is really helpful if you're struggling or you're kind of wondering when you eventually get there, who should I use? Then take it at your own pace, but have a look at this article, link is in the description. Even Kabam Vidius has made a comment. He says he's really happy that Emma Frost has finally been added into the game, and also that he loves y'all's suggestions. No, Kabam Vidius, no! You think you're from Southern America, but you're not. You're Canadian. Stop embarrassing yourself. You can stick your y'alls with your Emma Frosts in uncollected, right up your jacksie. This then calmly leads me on to the next story, which is all about lag and overheating. And I have experienced this myself. As I was doing a live stream last night, I did find that there was a little bit of lagginess on controls. For the first 2 hours, it seemed to be fine, but as I went into the latter part of the second hour, it did seem that there was a lot of lag in game. I don't know if that's a device thing, and at the same time, overheating. Though I didn't experience it myself, other people have said that they have experienced overheating, and I really hope it's not a case that this bug is coming back again, because it was so disappointing to see for this game. Next up on the meme thread is back. Why Kabam decided to allow this in the first place, I'll never know, as they just get trolled each and every day with new fantastic memes. I'm the toughest uncollected boss there's ever been. Hold my beer. Yeah, I love it when these memes come around. There's so many, I'm not going to spoil it for everybody, but I saw this one and thought, this is the perfect time and place for this particular meme here. Go over to the meme thread, it's updates with loads of people putting some decent stuff on. Have a laugh. If you're ever thinking that the game is just taking it so seriously, you just want to just go, oh, I need a laugh. It's a great place to go. Next up, and we've got the arena round 1 for the current champion Beast. He is the featured. He's got a 5-star and 4-star, obviously, and Bishop is the basic. So what do I think predictions wise? For the 5-star version of Beast, anything between 20 and 23 mil. I know it's very specific. If you want to feel that you're absolutely fine and through the gate, then 25 mil will usually be fine. But I've got this inkling that he's going to go for a little bit lower, and it's probably around about 22, 23 mil. But, you know, something could happen and he could then go for a lot less. But we'll see. The 4-star version, I suspect, will go for about 5.4 mil, with the 4-star basic of Bishop going for as little as 2.1 mil. And again, I'll stick my neck out on the line of that. I just think that he's not that popular for a lot of people, that he could even go anything lower than 2.1 mil, but I feel that could be a safe number. And our final story is giving thanks, and giving thanks to an amazing site. Marvel Contest Champions Trucos. Trucos has put together an amazing set of work, guides, tips, loads of different things. That has been great for the Spanish community as well as the English community. It has been such an asset. Tips, yep, everything's been there. If you want the next arena, it's there. But I'm sure he wouldn't take credit for everything, and there are other people that have helped him out over the way. Arena Night, again, so many different people have done things where they've listed stuff on his channel, helped out with promotion, and helped a lot of Marvel Contest Champions YouTuber careers by elevating them on his platform. He's put together so many great things, from tips, from guides, to laughs and memes. Just want to give big thanks, big props to Trucos. And yeah, if you haven't followed him, then make sure you are following, because great source of updates. There are other things, you know, shout out obviously to Infobot and so many different other channels. But main thing is Trucos is one of the best. And yeah, all I can say from behalf of the community is thank you. And well done on hitting 150k. So that has been your Thursday edition of Marvel Contest of Champions news for the 6th of September. Hopefully you enjoyed the news today. Hit that like button if you did. I'm RichTheMan. You can, you know, subscribe if you want to. I'm now going to go and play some God of War before tomorrow, where tomorrow is the big day. I'm going to be playing Spider-Man. Cannot wait for this. I pre-ordered it, so it should be hitting my mailbox in the morning. When I get home, I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to record content at the same time, and then release it. And it will probably be released around about 11 p.m. GMT time, or maybe I'm trying to squeeze it in a little bit earlier, just so that people can enjoy that, and release a load of videos over the weekend. I'm so excited for this. It's going to be great. But also, I've got about 3 or 4 Marvel Contest of Champions related videos, which I want to get out over the weekend. So lots happening. Roll on the weekend. Thanks very much for watching. I've been RichTheMan, and I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye for now. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just changing my name to Penis McWankstein. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just changing my name to You Can Trust Everybody in MMXIV. Oh, don't mind me. Just putting in a new name. Kabam's Favorite Friend. Just changing my name to James Gunn Likes It Up the Bum. From Disney. Oh, don't mind me. Just putting in the new name. Iron Man 3 is the greatest film ever.